Butternut squash is the star of this warm salad with a Sabayon sauce.
And the ingredients are butternut squash, red onion, garlic, pine nuts, rosemary, sage, rocket, balsamic vinegar, olive oil, and for the Sabayon, some yolks from the eggs, cinnamon, caster sugar, and some lightly whipped double cream. So let's start with the butternut squash. Now in Native American cooking, there are the three sisters, and they are maize, beans, and butternut squash.
They're known as the Three Sisters because not only do these vegetables support each other as they grow, but also complement one another in flavour.
So just scrape out the insides and then start to cut your squash into about thumb-sized pieces. Next, I'm going to add a red onion and cut into 8. Then I'm going to add my herbs, rosemary, and then some sage. And I'm using lots of herbs because I really want to maximise that big, fresh flavour. I'm going to drizzle some balsamic vinegar, just a glug, some olive oil, and just drizzle it all over. Pinch of salt, and get your hands in there and give it a real good mix. And that is now ready to bake for about 40 to 50 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius or 360 degrees Fahrenheit. So with the butternut squash in the oven, let's start on the Sabayon. I'm going to take a large bowl and a smaller bowl, and we're just going to separate the eggs.
A Sabayon is a sweet foamy sauce, served either as a pudding on its own or as a sauce on sweet or savoury dishes.
Take the bowl and place over a pan of just gently simmering water, and with a whisk, just start stirring. Now I'm going to add a touch of water to this. This is going to create a Sabayon.
But you could use wine, or as a luxury touch, champagne.
Now I want to add some flavour to it. So I'm going to add some cinnamon, which works so well with butternut squash, just a pinch, and a pinch of sugar. And then I'm just going to start whisking. The steam hitting the bowl is going to just start to cook the yolks. Take off the heat, and you can see it's doubled in size and it's become thick and creamy. Perfect. Now I've let it cool before I put the cream in. If you put it in still warm, the cream's just going to melt. And just fold in the rest. And then just pop it into the fridge till needed. Okay, and now for the garlic. A whole head of garlic. And I'm going to drizzle some olive oil and add some salt and pepper. Because when cooking, it's really going to help crispen it up. So they're going to go and join the butternut squash for the last 20 minutes. So the butternut squash, veg and herbs have been in for about 50 minutes. The garlic's been in for about 10. And now for the pine nuts. Now, such lovely little things and full of flavour, but they cook really quickly. They only need about 10 minutes with the rest of the veg. In they go. And there you go, fresh from the oven, everything's nicely roasted. You really get your rewards by cooking everything at the right times. Now we're going to start to build this salad. So I'm going to start with some rocket, lovely base, cover the bottom, and then we can just start building. Put some feta cheese in there as well. Now it's nearly there, but one last thing, the Sabayon, and just pour over the top. So for this, I'm going to use a blowtorch to glaze it. Light your blowtorch and glaze.
This helps intensify the sweetness of the Sabayon.
Now there's no reason why I'm not going to enjoy this. The butternut squash and all the herbs just work so well. And the pine nuts give it so much texture.
And there you go, my roasted butternut squash warm salad with a Sabayon glaze. For all the recipes and everything you need to know about American street feasts, go to foodnetwork.co.uk.
So lemons and limes are going to pickle the fish. This is going to take anything between an hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm just going to cover it with cling film, pop it in the fridge and let it pickle. The magic's starting to happen. I'm just going to have a quick clear down and then start on the slaw. Next, some spring onions. And I've got some of these lovely pickled walnuts. You're going to get a real sharp vinegary flavour, which really helps add acidity to the salad.